This is INCRadio DZEM 954, the voice of truth, the official radio station of the Church of Christ or Iglesianicristo.
Hello.
Hola.
Bonjour.
Konnichiwa.
Ni hao.
Ciao. 안녕하세요. Mabuhay.
Welcome to Washington State.
Explore the sights. Discover new things.
Appreciate the arts, music, and food.
Travel to new places.
Meet the people.
Make new friends.
In other words,
come
home with us.
Come home with us.
This is INCRadio Seattle, Washington. All right. Good morning, good afternoon, and good evening to all members and listeners around the world. We thank you for joining us for yet another edition of INCRadio Seattle, Washington. I'm your host for today, Brother Marlon Taduran from the local congregation of Puyallup, Washington. And we have a very exciting topic to share with all of you today. On today's show, our topic of discussion will be wellness under the sun. How do you stay safe in summer weather? What are different ways to stay protected and still enjoy the summer season? Well, stay tuned as we're joined later on by our guests as we discuss that in our very special segment today. Also, we'll hear from our correspondent who will have an update on news and activities here in the district. And not only that, we will also have a hidden treasure segment showcasing an amazing place right here in scenic Washington State. We also have our ongoing hashtag challenge, when you can comment in the chat and leave a hashtag with your local congregation's name. The winning congregation will be the one with the most hashtags during the end of the program. So I know that is already underway at our chat right now, so keep it up and we'll tally up the totals and declare the winner next week on this program. But without further ado, we are going to introduce our guest for today. He is coming from a very faraway place, and we're so happy to have him with us here today. Brother Aris, if you could, please tell us your name, your local congregation, and if you have any shout-outs, now is your time to do so, brother.
Oh, man. Well, first, thank you for having me. I'm very excited to be here, and I miss you guys. I miss you. And to everyone who does not know who I am, my name is Brother Aris. I'm coming from Fairbanks, Alaska, District of Alaska, locale of Fairbanks. And I want to say hello to my family there in Washington. I cannot name you one by one because we will take over the show. So I'll just leave it at that. Thank you for having me. Let's get it on.
All right. Thank you so much, Brother Aris. So happy to see you. I haven't seen Brother Aris since 2008. I believe. So, yeah, right. It's been a very, very long time since I've seen Brother Aris. I didn't know he was going to be the guest on today's show. So when he popped up, he's like, "Hey, how are you?" And I was like, "Oh, you look familiar, brother." So it's been quite a long time, but we're happy to have him today on our show. And not only do we want to hear from Brother Aris, we also want to hear from everyone viewing online on the chat. So we extend this question to you. How do you stay safe during the summer months? So we'd love to know your tips and tricks of how you enjoy the summer heat, the different kinds of activities that you like to do, and how to do them safely. So if you could share that in the chat, and we'll read responses throughout our discussion today. Also, while you're there, don't forget to subscribe to the channel so that you can get updates of when the show is online, so that you can tell all your friends and loved ones to join us here at INCRadio Seattle, Washington to catch the program. So once again, if you're just tuning in right now, our topic of discussion today is wellness under the sun, and we're joined by our very own Brother Aris. So let's just get right into it. Like what Brother Aris said, what are some of the biggest safety concerns during the summer months, Brother Aris?
Well, before I answer that question, safety concerns under the sun during the summer. Initially, when I got invited to the show and they told me the topic, initially I was thinking, man, what do I have to say, right? I'm not sure if I have so much. And then I start digging in my memory bank and I realize, okay, summer months, hot weather and all that stuff. And then it happens to pop in my head. In New York, I experienced summer. In Albuquerque, I experienced summer. Las Vegas, I experienced summer. Here in Alaska, our summers are very long. Like right now, actually, 19 hours of daylight, that's actually getting diminished day by day. Before that, it was even longer than that. The sun never sets. It just go from one side to another. Back to the question. What are the
That's a real
concerns of summer, right?
That's a really good
Number
point,
one,
though, Brother Eris. When you hear the word summer, that means something different to people living in different locations. It's a totally different climate depending on where you're located in the world, and the way people experience summer can be completely different than another person on a different part of the world. So I'm glad you brought that up. And I want to repeat that. You said 19 hours of daylight right now.
right, brother. Actually, before it's longer than that. Like I said, it's getting diminished bit by bit as time goes by, as we go to the bare months, is what they call them. But in June, for example, we have a day or certain days where the sun totally does not set, brother Marlon.
Oh wow. So right now I'm guessing those are your blinds behind you. Is it just bright sunlight right now behind you?
Oh, right now the sun is blasting. The sun
Oh
is blasting,
wow.
and it's gonna blast for a long time. It doesn't get dark here until about midnight, 12 midnight, and then the sun rises again about 4 o'clock in the morning. And
Oh wow.
before 2 o'clock in the morning, I'm still outside riding my bike. So, uh,
So how does that affect your I'm just curious now. How does that affect like your internal clock? Uh
right.
with just perpetual sunlight all day? Like do you get enough sleep, or what's going on there, brother Aries?
Well, you're absolutely right. Your circadian rhythm definitely gets thrown off because of the sunlight, but it's a matter of self-discipline. Even my kids, every now and then, I'm a horrible parent in that regard because as a child, not to get all dramatic, you know what I mean? Like, I didn't get to play as much as they do, right? I didn't have the luxury of having this long of a day. And I had to work at a very young age, so I totally didn't get any playtime. But it all comes to discipline. You just got to keep track of your time and alarms. I have like 24 alarms on my cell phone, for crying out loud. Alarm to eat lunch, alarm to do the INC radio, alarm to go to bed, alarm to get ready for a shower, alarm to go to the gym. So it's just a matter of discipline, but to keep track of your time. Because if you
I
just look outside, you'll get thrown
It's
off.
too bright. The only way I can relate in that type of manner with having all the different alarms and things like that is I used to work night shift, so then I had to get used to sleeping during the daytime. I use alarms just like you, Brother Eris, but also I found like what are those blackout curtains to keep the sunlight from coming into the bedroom.
Right.
The night mask so that you can get as much darkness as needed. But for me, even with those, I always felt like no matter how much I slept during the day, it just didn't feel natural for me. So the night shift life didn't stick around too long for me, and I found a different job shortly after. But yeah, wow, that's definitely something unique to the region of Alaska. We definitely don't get those kind of days here in the state of Washington, but something that we may both experience during the summer is the increased temperature and heat. So I know one of the biggest things is staying hydrated. So what are some tips of just being able to stay hydrated? Like, what are the signs of heat stroke and overheating? What do you have on that, Brother Aris?
So as far as heat stroke, dehydration, all those threats coming from the summer, like even sunburn, bug bites, and whatnot, we every time we go out, right? There are 8 factors, like I've mentioned. When I got invited to this, like all these things coming up to me, so I started writing them down. So here are the 8 factors that helps you prepare, so you won't be so impacted or hurt by the threats of summer. So I made a list. See, I told you. So number one,
I'm
right?
glad you're our guest. You feel
Oh,
this feels like you're the perfect one that we have for today's show.
thank you, thank you. So like there's eight, right? Remember eight. Let's get started with whenever I go out or before we go out with my kids, because I always want to take them out, like I've mentioned before. Depending on where we go and depending on what state, because every now and then we would go somewhere else. I think of all the possible threats. That's number one. Because, for example, if you go to trail hiking, what animals are there? What insects are there? Are there foxes? Are there snakes? Right? And even activities in that area. Is there mountain bike race going on in there? According to the news, like are there any gang related activities that's going on in there? So that's number one. Know the area, know the possible threat. Number two, know the traffic routes, constructions, your exit routes, right? Because I'm not sure if you've been following the news and all the news in the past, that it all comes back to me. They're like, oh, a tragedy happens here, a tragedy happens there. Why? Because they got lost in the trail, they got lost in the woods, they lost signal, they ran out of water. So that's another thing.
I've
Construction
actually had
sites.
I had like a coworker who actually like season hiker and always out there adventuring. He actually fell off the mountain before and broke his leg. So they were able
Yeah.
to help him because he wasn't by himself. Like other people were able to notify emergency, and I believe he was helicoptered off of the mountain.
There we go. That's actually my point
But
number 7.
yeah,
You're
it's
absolutely right.
okay.
Oh, brother Marlon, I don't want to get sidetracked. We're only on number 2. We got
Okay,
6 more to
alright.
go.
All right, let's
But
keep
since you
going.
mentioned that, in the early 90s, right? There's this show. It's called Rescue 911 by William Shatner, right? And back in the day, I was in the Philippines, of course, right? And I was thinking, man, why do these people keep doing this? Why would you put yourself in that harm? And the answer is, I will save it for later. We'll go to number 3. So number 3 tip. Whenever you go to parks and whatnot, check if are there restrooms, are there bathrooms, and then the number 4 is like water sources, because that's very important. Also on other news, people gets dehydrated and they get dizzy, they get hurt because they don't know where to get water from. Because this, maybe you have 1, maybe you have 2, maybe you have 3, but after 2 hours, you may not have that any longer. So know where your water sources are. And
That
number
actually
5,
happened too. That happened to me too, Po, because we took a brother here in Tacoma for his first hike ever, but then he only brought like a bottle of water. He got so thirsty that he tried drinking from the stream. Is that good advice, brother, to do that on the hiking trail?
oh, if you can hold it, but no, that's not good advice. But when it comes to matter of life and death, do whatever you can to survive, right? And that's why we're going over this. That's why I'm excited to share my experience and the things that I know based on experience and based on the things that I hear, right? So number 6 also is check the weather forecast before you go. Is it gonna be sunny? What's the high? What's the low? I'm not sure if you caught it earlier. At one point, I was in Albuquerque, New Mexico. In Albuquerque, in matter of hours, temperature can drop between 20 and 30 degrees. So it may be hot now,
Wow.
but if you get lost sometime in the afternoon or you get carried away walking, that's 70 degrees, could be 40 degrees, 30 degrees, a matter of life and death, and you start shivering, you're hungry, you don't have enough electrolytes, you don't have water, and that's not good. That's totally bad. What else? Oh, and your backpack, adequate supply and equipment. I even have a list. I'm not so let me just allow me to go over the list. At least on my backpack, I always have like sunscreen, water, of course, hand sanitizer, wipes, bug spray. I even have like a radio, like an actual call out radio in my bag. I have a knife, allergy meds, cortisone cream, Carmex lip balm. So things like that, right? Because you just don't know what you're gonna need. And those are very tiny compartment. In one bag, you can fit all of that, no problem. And one of the main things you've mentioned when you guys got in trouble, right? So fortunate that someone was there to help you out. So if you have Facebook, if you have Instagram, you have cell phone for sure. let your friends know, your loved ones know that you're going to a certain place, right? And let them know what time you expect yourself to go back. So if that certain time happens and they haven't heard from you yet, at least that's one thing that can alert them. Hold on one second. Brother Marlon said he'll be back by 6 p.m. It's 8:30. Something's wrong, right? So things like that. And lastly, I saved the best for last. One of the things that really can keep us safe, because wherever you go, accident, danger, trouble, crisis is waiting. There's only one who can protect us. So even
I
my
think
kids,
I know
before
where
we go
you're
to
heading with
school,
this, brother.
oh, you best believe it. I'll never forget this. This is the brother Alex, if I may, brother Alex, come here. Here, this is not pre-programmed. I want you to say out loud, what do we do before we go out the door?
Pray.
Oh,
Say it again one more time. What do we do before we go out the door? He did not hear you.
Pray.
Pray. Thank you, brother. So we
very
pray.
good advice,
We
brother. Very
pray.
good advice. He's very smart.
Because
Wow.
everything else may fail, one thing will never fail, right? So those are the things that I do to get ready for protect ourselves from the heat of the summer and have fun.
I love it, brother Eris. That's a very good list that we went over there. Let's go ahead and head to the chat and see what they're saying as well. We have a response from Sister Blessing Guillermo. She says, summer safety concerns, we neglect hydration and skincare, even in the PNW. Yes, I think, especially in Washington, we take sunscreen for granted because we never see the sun as often as other states. So people tend to neglect putting sunscreen on their skin, and a lot of people become burnt. Some become lobsters. In my case, I become a brownie. I just become darker. But it can be very painful, the sun's rays. So that's a very
Brother
good response
Marilyn,
there. Yes.
no, even if you don't see the sun, you can still
Oh,
be exposed to sun
Yeah.
rays. Because one time I forgot, and then I looked at my skin. It's like, why did I get so dark and it's not sunny? It doesn't matter if it's sunny or not. Put sunscreen because the sun rays are still there.
that's
So you need to
the
protect your skin.
UV rays.
Yes, yes, definitely.
See, Ate
Oh,
Hazel, I agree. I'm glad Ate Hazel jump in with that experience because sometimes another principle that I live by, right, is whenever we go out, and I even include in prayers, help us make memories that we want to remember and help us not have memories that we wish to forget, right? And unfortunately, sometimes people have a lot of memories they wish they can forget.
oh
But
yeah,
for as much as we can, whenever we go out there, let's make memories that we wish to remember. It's a good principle to live by sometimes.
I
And
love
safety goes
it.
with it.
Yes. We have a few more responses here. One from brother Frank Busby. He says, "Summer sun burns my skin. Need sunblock." So another skin protection there. Oh, we have a greeting here from Sister Catherine Joy Monforte. She says, "Greetings, brother Aries. Good to see you here in INCRadio Seattle, Washington."
Hello, Pate. We miss you, Monfortes.
We also have a greeting here from Sister Mila. She says, "Happy Sunday, watching from the local of Malibago, Distrito ng Isabela South." So, wow, thank you for, I hope I pronounced that right. I may look Filipino, but Tagalog is not one of my languages, unfortunately. So,
You did just fine, brother.
all right. And let's see, we have, okay, I think that's it for now. But yes, thank you, viewers, for commenting. This already is the end of our discussion. We had a great discussion with our awesome guest today, Brother Aries. But we're going to go now transition into our next segment, CFO in Action, with our very own Sister Hazel. So when you're ready, Sister, go ahead and take it away.
Well, hello, everyone. Good morning, good evening, good afternoon, good evening to everyone who are listening or watching us from Washington State. I am Sister Hazel Valdez from the local of Everett. And right now it's talking about the sun. It's kind of hot right now. It's 71 degrees, but it was hotter from the previous days. So now we're getting into cooler. Hopefully it's gonna go down even more and not go up anymore. But our temperature keeps on going up and down, up and down. So protect yourself. Sometimes it's raining outside, so always carry an umbrella, extra coat. So if you get hot, just take it off. So just be careful out there, and of course stay hydrated, everyone, because when it's hot you don't realize, oh, I haven't drank any water, and then you'll get headaches. So that's one of the signs for me. So just always carry a bottled water with you. So for our activities for our locale, tomorrow, August 10th, at Shorewood in Shoreline, there will be pickleball, tennis, and soccer games for Unity Games, and that starts at 1 p.m. And then next Saturday, August 16th, it will be softball at Bremerton, Pendergrass Regional Park. And of course, I just want to invite everyone on August 31st. Don't forget our musical EVM, which will be held at Highline Performing Arts. And before before I end this, happy birthday to my grandson, Hadrian Petrina. He's 3 years old today. Happy birthday. I love you. Back to you, brother.
Yay! So that is a lot of fun activities that uh are going to be in the summer sun. So hopefully a lot of the tips that we went over today in our discussion, we'll go ahead and utilize those during those activities when we're outside enjoying the sun with all of our fellow brethren around the district. Speaking of a place that we can also enjoy in the sun, up next we have the Hidden Treasure segment. So could you, Tech, if you could, go ahead and play that video, and we'll be right back after this.
Near the city of Olympia, the beautiful capital of Washington State, and under the hustle and bustle of Interstate 5, lies a hidden treasure of a park. Welcome to Tumwater Falls, a privately owned park that packs many delightful surprises. Lushly green, there's enough to keep a family and their pets busy for an enjoyable time. Throughout the year, the picnic benches and children's playground are busy with families enjoying the amenities and history of the park. Another huge attraction, the 1 mile loop trail that provides a tranquil beauty with exciting twists and turns, courtesy of the beautiful Deschutes River that flows through the park and ending in an 82-drop waterfall into Capitol Lake. That's just one of the 3 falls in the park. Though not large, the falls produce a lot of social media-worthy pictures. Between the falls, there are salmon ladders, reflective pools, massive rocks gouged by the turbulent river, and footbridges at both ends of the trail to complete the magnificence of the park. A highlight each year in the months of September and October is the return of the salmon. Salmon journeys 3 to 4 years to Alaska and back to spawn at the newly renovated state hatchery. During that time, you can witness salmon swimming upstream, flying over the waterfall, and splashing in the lake. At the lower falls, you might even witness seals and herons waiting for a free meal.
Thanks for walking with us at Tumwater Falls. My name is Jerry Guillermo.
And I'm Blessing Guillermo with INCRadio Seattle.
See you later.
All right. So I've actually been to that location before, and it is I would say it's also a hidden treasure. It's a very beautiful place. Depending on what season you go there, it can look completely different. Especially during the fall time, you can see all the leaves changing color. So a great time to take pictures with the fall trees in that area. They highlighted the salmon that show up there during the different times of the year. That's always fun to see them swimming, and yeah, great place for family and friends, and a great place to take a lot of pictures. The hike isn't too bad as well. Now that I'm a father, I would say that it's also a good place you could bring a stroller, so that if you wanted to bring baby with you, it wouldn't be too tough for you to do that trail, the mile loop that they were talking about. So great place to visit when you're here in Washington State. Okay, now we are reaching the end of our program already. I know it's been so quick. We've had so much fun things to talk about today, and we've had a lot of fun. But we're going to leave you with this cliffhanger statement that will lead into our program for next week. And that is, are you ready to make a splash? What water activities do you enjoy cooling off with? So they'll be talking about water activities, summer activities you can do in the water. So don't miss that on our next show next week. And also, to be sure that you can catch us on our program, make sure that you tune in through our YouTube channel. You can type in INC Radio DZEM 954 in the search bar to find us. While you're there, don't forget to subscribe. You can also catch the program at incradio.org. So tell all your friends and loved ones so that they don't miss the fun here at INC Radio Seattle, Washington. With that said, we want to say thank you very much to our brother Eduardo Manalo, our Executive Minister, brother Angelo Manalo, our Deputy Executive Minister, brother Ramil Regino, our District Minister, brother Relly Rivera, our Assistant District Minister, brother Chris Valdez, our CFO Overseer, brother Manly Andaya, our Executive Producer, the listeners, and the INC Radio Tech Crew. Without that, this show would not be made possible without all of you. So we thank you from the bottom of our hearts. And with that, from INC Radio Seattle, we will see you later.
This is INC Radio, DZEM 954, the voice of truth, the official radio station of the Church of Christ, or